MizzyWorld Snowfall review. Now, I'm late on my review this week. I wasn't able to give y'all the review on Friday like I usually do because this is actually the first week since Snowfall first aired last year that I wasn't able to catch Snowfall on a Thursday night it's aired. I actually called it Friday morning, but I was running around yesterday, so y'all getting it today. Another great episode. They built perfectly off of the previous week's episode, which my boy Raw would call like a paperwork episode, but it definitely brought a lot of clarity last episode. They just continued with even more clarity this episode, and they left a wide open door for this season to go a lot of different paths, down a lot of different paths, you feel what I'm saying? But let's get into the overall review. Okay. Now, overall, like I said, it was a great episode. It got right back into its chaotic and violent ways as the season was going before the previous episode. You had Lucia finding out that Pedro's girlfriend is a fucking cop. You had Lucia starting to beef with the other Mexican gang because they killed the leaders of that gang over some bullshit, some dumbass shit. But that was also the way that she found out that fucking Pedro girlfriend is a fucking cop. Franklin Old Connect came back up. Franklin mom and pop on good waves, but Franklin still not cool with his mom or his pop. It's just so many scenarios going down right now. Kev probably did some dumb shit to a gang of fucking Mexican girls. That might start a beef between fucking Franklin's organization and the Mexicans. Man, this episode was crazy, bruh. So with all those scenarios going on and some getting clarity and some just coming to light, what was my biggest surprise from this past week's episode? My biggest surprise was two different things. For one, Franklin's Old Connect coming back into the mix this early. I don't know if I predicted it to y'all, but me and my coworker talk about Snowfall all the time. That was one of my predictions, was that they are going to re-enter the Old Connect. He's going to come back in and he's going to try to take Franklin back, of course, and go back to how business was, even though he left Franklin out here to fend for himself and find a new Connect. You feel what I'm saying? We just know how the game is and how they was going to play off of that, and that's exactly what happened. I just didn't expect it to happen this soon. The other one is how close Franklin's parents are again. You feel what I'm saying? It's like last season, Franklin's mom wasn't trying to talk to that man at all, and now it's just like he's her zen, her tranquility, her calmness, and that's crazy how the tables turn from Franklin being her tranquility and her calmness to the husband or Franklin's dad being the tranquility and the calmness for her now. Shit is crazy. But what was it, last week? Yeah, I think it was last week when I spoke on the scenarios. It might have been back-to-back week. I spoke on the scenarios that I wanted to get light on and the scenarios that I thought were going to be prevalent in this season, and they've shedded a lot of light on those specific scenarios. So let me talk on the light they shedded. The first one is how Lucia found out that Pedro's girlfriend is a fucking fed. That was just so dope how they did that. How they had Gustavo go to the palm reader saying, yo, you got a serpent in your circle, watch out for a serpent. Then they having the dope deal go down, and the boy just talking shit because that's the fucking clique that killed Lucia's fucking uncle. So he just talking heavy because he don't like the bitch because she had her uncle set up to get killed. Then Gustavo eventually stands up for Lucia. Bull puts a knife to his neck and he see the snake on his arm. From there, Gustavo go in, kill him. They get in a shootout. Lucia gets shot. And who saves Lucia? Pedro's girlfriend. Aiming that gun like a fucking cop with that stance. And the crazy thing is, Lucia's life is like in the balance the whole time. And she still was able to pay attention to how quickly Pedro's girlfriend pulled that gun and got into that stance and shot center mass. That shit was muscle memory, like she said that. And the crazy thing to me was that I didn't think she would peep that just simply because she still smoked, but clearly that crack ain't fucking with her like that, because she on point like a swordfish, and she on point of why they didn't go down yet, because she want the whole fucking organization down. She want to connect. She want how did you learn how to cook that shit? She wanted all, you feel what I'm saying? So Lucia was smart as shit on that type time, and that was dope as shit how they spun that and made it interesting in a way that she found out Now the thing with that is they still don't know if Pedro know. Just like us, they didn't open that up yet. But I'm gonna speak on that in my bold prediction thing. You feel what I'm saying? The other scenario, like I said, Franklin Connect coming back out. You knew that was coming simply because he got booked. Franklin got away. Franklin got with his plug. He getting even more than him. He bringing in more money than him. You feel what I'm saying? So, and you just know how gangsters think. They think once they come out of jail, it's back to business as normal. Nigga, you tripping. Niggas done moved on. But it was dope as shit that they came back like that. And it was dope as shit how the CIA bull fixed it for Franklin. Not fixed it, but definitely buried the hatchet for Franklin to not have to deal with him no more and to continue to deal with him. You feel what I'm saying? That was dope as shit. The scenario with Franklin's aunt and uncle. It seemed like the aunt done with the uncle, and it seemed like the uncle ain't handling it right. I don't know if he's smoking, because I was thinking the same thing Franklin was thinking when the shorty left, and just in his eyes, he just didn't look the same. He is going, and maybe he, in his mind, he is realizing, damn, I fucked up something good with somebody special. But now it's too late, bro, and you gotta lay in the bed you made. You feel what I'm saying? And to be honest, Franklin aunt, she look happy with the club owner chick. You feel what I'm saying? They talking about they went to New York for Christmas and they was doing this, they doing that, and she living a life she never lived before. But it's still in my mind that something is gonna play out that shows why Franklin's aunt didn't continue to stay with the club owner from Jump Street. Why she was even dealing with Franklin's uncle in the first place if shit was that good and she was treating her that well. You feel what I'm saying? But that's another scenario I want to speak on. They didn't shed really any light on the white boy and him moving the dope. So that's something that I want to get a little more light on. They shedded light on this motherfucking Kev, man. Like, what was y'all thoughts when this nigga came in from being with those 3 Mexican girls, his shirt ripped, blood on him and his mans putting ice packs on their face and their hands and shit? I hope he didn't kill them 3, because you know what that means? Lucia is already in war with the Mexicans because she killed the leaders of the gang that was moving away for her. And the whole gang knows she the ones that set up her uncle. So if that get out in the street, she gonna have to rely on Franklin. And if Franklin got beef with the Mexicans, he gonna have to rely on Lucia. So I don't know what happened with Kev and that situation with the Mexican chicks, but that shit might be something that starts a war, a major war. You feel what I'm saying? But as far as all the scenarios, I love the way they brought them out, how they displayed them, and just the way they left openings for the scenarios to go a bunch of different routes. Shit was dope. So after I said all that, do I think as though my bold prediction changed? Yes, my bold prediction has definitely changed. In my opinion, Pedro does not know that that girl is a fucking fed. I believe that when he does find out, or Gustavo and Lucia find a way to break it to him or tell him or ask him or whatever the fuck it is, and if he denies it and he boom, 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 it goes on like that, they're gonna force him to kill her. And in my opinion, like I said, he's not gonna be built for it. He's gonna reach out to her. She's probably gonna say, all this love shit that we was going through for this 6 months, it was all to get close to your sister and y'all family and see what y'all was doing and how y'all organization was ran. And that's gonna break him, and maybe that force him, but I don't think it is, because I don't think he built like that. I think he's still just gonna make a deal, maybe try to work it out with her and try to set his cousin up. But I feel as though Lucia and Gustavo are probably gonna kill both Pedro and his girlfriend. On the side with Franklin, I feel as though Franklin is gonna kill Kev. I feel as though Kev is gonna not be smart about the situation with his cousin, because trust me, I understand you want revenge, but you can't get revenge if that means your whole family that has nothing to do with your crime life is going down with you. You feel what I'm saying? You might want to be able to go to jail and do all that and face those Mexicans in jail until you in that scenario and they raping you every fucking day and you somebody bitch up in there, or they kill you, kill your whole family. So I feel as though for the protection of Franklin's business and organization, he's gonna have to kill Kev. On the CIA side, I feel as though once the Colombians that's supplying him with the dope find out that he can't make the connections that they need, or that he's not who he said he was anymore, because he was who he said he was when he said it, he's just not that no more. I feel as though he's gonna have to kill him. You feel what I'm saying? I feel as though in every scenario, Lucia's gonna have to kill somebody. Lucia and her organization is gonna have to kill somebody. The CIA bull, he's gonna have to kill somebody. And Franklin, he's 9 times out of 10 gonna have to down Kev, just because, to keep everything even, because shit is on tilts right now. You feel what I'm saying? And it's teetering to the side of a major war. So they gotta get it back to even so they can avoid that war. You dig what I'm saying? So in conclusion, like I said, another great episode. Can't wait for next week. Franklin, I feel as though he's going to be forced. Let me emphasize, he's going to be forced to kill Kev just to keep his organization and business running smoothly. You feel what I'm saying? The thing with Lucia, I feel as though Lucia is going to get her cousin Pedro and his girlfriend killed, because Pedro is not going to be able to kill his girlfriend once he finds out that she's a Fed, and I don't think there's going to be any other way for Lucia to get up out of there. And I'm going to throw this little nugget out there. Lucia might use somebody from Franklin's side, just so Shorty won't expect it. She might use a black person, but and Franklin might use might use a Mexican. Yo, it's a couple different ways, but that's the dope thing about this TV show, is different scenarios that could go down. But let me know what y'all thoughts are. What was y'all reaction to last week's episode? What do y'all think about the scenarios? How are they gonna play out? Y'all know what it is. Just talk to me, give me feedback. MizzyWorld Squad.